we are now level 200, which means that we can officially play Yokai Peak. Now, as most of you guys may know, Yokai Peak is actually the final dungeon left in this series, which means that there are no more dungeons left to reach. Level 205 is officially like the highest level you can get, where you can actually explore new content. And yeah, I really want to talk about the end of this series and what our final goals will actually be. But yeah, it pretty much says stuff like crafting the champion's destiny, beating Yokai Peak on hardcore mode, and getting like a decent Yokai Peak set. And yeah, the one I think is actually going to be the hardest is trying to beat tier 5 as a solo. That one I might not be able to do because I can't even do that on my main account. And yeah, obviously getting the champion's destiny will be pretty difficult too. However, we're already almost ready to get the 3rd craftable weapon, which will be pretty nice. Also, he spawned like these freaking robot things or whatever, bro. What is this? Yeah, I do not remember this attack last time. I think I can hit 2 of them at the same time though, yeah. Now, to go back to what I was saying, I think by this episode, we'll actually craft the 2nd to last weapon. However, obviously to craft the champion's destiny, that will be its own dedicated episode. And yeah, I have to off-camera grind because this stuff takes hours upon hours. You guys who have grinded out like the champion's destiny or the mage legendary weapon would know how brutal it truly is. But truly, like, this series is nearing the end. And man, like, I very much appreciate anyone who's watched this far. Especially the people who watched from episode 1. Bro, I appreciate you guys the most. And yeah, if you guys are very, very bored one day, maybe you can go and rewatch the entire series. Or watch it for the first time, I don't know. Yeah, you quite literally have hours upon hours of content. And I just very, very much love this dungeon. This dungeon is one of my all-time favorites. I really don't understand the hate for it, and I think it comes outside of the map, where like just the spells are very trash to use. And I would fully agree with people who hate the dungeon for that reason. Because bro, there is no reason why I should be using a Gilded Skies spell on insane mode. Yeah, they really just made the spells very unbalanced and showed kind of a lot of favoritism to one class. Yeah, really, they should have just kept it simple and just made like 2 spells that are pretty much the same for the 2 different classes. But man, really the only really difficult part of this dungeon are the 2 final bosses. Like, this guy is mildly difficult. But yeah, I'm really hoping the next dungeon like matches the difficulty of like a dungeon like Northern Lands, or maybe even Aquatic Temple. Because really the fun in this game is trying to strategize to beat a very difficult dungeon. And I remember with those like older dungeons, people would spend hours upon hours just to be able to beat Insane once, but he should be dead. And yeah, I got literal trash, okay. But boys, since we are level 200, we can officially play the final tier of boss raids, which is the infamous tier 5. Now, I do not even stand a chance at beating this right now, so we are gonna do tier 4. But yeah, it is a goal to be able to solo that. However, it's a goal I may just cancel because that is just so hard. And yeah, we quite literally just 2-shot this man. And let's see what we get. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. But I don't think I've mentioned it already, but the goal of this episode is to reach Nightmare Mode. And yeah, to do so, we need more XP. So yeah, let me just go and spend the remaining Robux I have on an XP boost. And yeah, hopefully 4 hours of XP can get us to level 205. Man, this is a lot of Robux. I do not feel good about this. Yeah, you guys gotta subscribe, bro. I'm literally going broke. I'm not gonna lie. Progression has never felt slower in this series. Yeah, really the main issue I have right now is that I'm leveling up so slow. Yeah, I would say it took me about double the amount of time just to get this first level up. And bro, we still have 4 more. But yeah, I can guarantee that we will actually reach Nightmare Mode in this video. But it will take a long grind. And yeah, to be honest, my luck had to run out somewhere. And I'm glad it ran out here because we only have 5 level ups left. So yeah, I can deal with slow progression just for this little bit. Yeah, this boss especially is so slow. The amount of times he just flies into the air and you can't even hit him is actually so annoying. Yeah, I really feel like that just slows down runs. and just does not feel that fun. The first time it's cool, but like after the first like 50 times of him just flying around, it gets very, very repetitive. Because things like cutscenes and dungeons and stuff are cool for the first time. Yeah, if we can get like 1 or 2 more Gregs, we'll probably be able to craft the 3rd weapon. And speaking of level up, we managed to get level 201, which means we are just 4 levels away from Nightmare mode. And once we hit Nightmare, we will not have any more level requirements left. I mean, obviously to get level 206 to be able to actually use like collectibles and legendaries, but past that we're done, and we don't have to deal with progression anymore. Yeah, really my biggest complaints with Yokai Peak is it's way too long. Like, this dungeon is so long, and I don't have an issue with that specifically. I just wish that in order to like help with the dungeon being long, they should drop more items. Since this dungeon is like 2 times the length of like a dungeon like Enchanted Forest or Orbital Outpost, you should get double the gear. And that should really apply to longer dungeons like Gilded Skies, Ghastly Harbor. But yeah, outside of that, this dungeon is very good. But here we are on the final boss. Yeah, the way this dungeon transitions is actually masterful. The way it goes from like a watery area to like this more samurai forest area to this deep kind of like lava-y place. It is so cool, which is why I truly think it's the best map in the game. And something that was definitely introduced to this dungeon, because all of the old dungeons did not go to this level to make dungeons that good. But man, let's see what we get. Yeah, absolute trash. It is what it is, bro. Once we hit Nightmare, we'll get some better gear. I'm not gonna lie, I think we will probably have to buy more XP boost. It doesn't show in the video, but progression takes so long in this dungeon. Yeah, it is actually brutal. But man, hitting Nightmare mode will be exciting. Yeah, one thing I just truly love about this dungeon is the lighting, bro. Like, look at this area. It looks so cool. And yeah, there's just like stuff to see in every direction. It is truly one of the most underrated dungeons in the game. We are about to beat the boss, and hopefully we can get something good. Although pretty much nothing I can get from Insane will actually be decent. Yep, just like I said, 2 spells. Man, Nightmare mode is soon, and since the last clip you saw, it's actually been a day. And I'll get into why that's important a little bit later on. But yeah, we do have 3 more daily challenges. And dude, I'm just excited to be leaving Insane mode. I want to get some good gear. Also, my graphics are extremely low. Yeah, let me turn that up. Yeah, I would highly recommend you play this game on full graphics if you want to get the full experience. Because yeah, some of these maps look absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll probably do the rest of my daily challenges once we hit Nightmare, as we'll actually be able to get some good Yokai Peaks gear. And yeah, just to pretty much sum up what happened in the last day, Dungeon Quest dropped a pretty huge event, making their 2 times Greg materials. And remember how I said that progression is starting to feel like way slower? Dude, now it is at an all-time low. Like, progression is so slow. In the time that it would take me to get 3 level ups, I'm getting 1. Yeah, which is why I just have to cut out all of that grinding, because it is so boring. But it is just the last little bit, and I definitely do want to hit level 205, since when we Greg farm, we'll actually get Yokai Peaks gear, and that will really just carry us to a nice set. And we leveled up to level 203, just 2 levels away from Nightmare mode. We will reach Nightmare in this episode. And yeah, I forgot to also mention, but they did drop a mage craftable weapon with the new update. And yeah, I'll definitely be getting that on my main account since my main is a mage. But this account will still be getting the Champion's Destiny. And definitely not both. I am not an insane person. Yeah, you gotta be like mentally insane to think getting both is a good idea. Grinding for both would be like a full-time job, bro. Alright, well, here we are on the final boss. To be honest, I've really just mastered this dungeon. It has become so easy. However, we will still need to go and trade for a set after we go and collect our daily reward. And yeah, sets in this dungeon are extremely valuable, so we're gonna probably need to trade a lot. And yeah, I would say our gear would be good once we get like a full green set of Akuma Warrior stuff, and then the Champion's Destiny. And speaking of the Champion's Destiny, we can actually go and craft the 3rd weapon right now, since we did get a few Gregs. I will have to exchange some materials though. But yeah, he should be dead. To get Yeah, that's literal trash. Okay. But yeah, if we go over to the craftable weapons area, you will see that we are very close to being able to craft the Champion's Judgment. So yeah, let me go and exchange some stuff so we're able to actually get it. And there we go. We can now craft the Champion's Judgment. Let's go and see that weapon. And yo, this thing actually looks pretty crazy. I would say the mage one definitely looks better, but this one does look better with like the warrior armor. It kind of contrasts with it. And yeah, let's see the requirements for the final weapon. And that is a lot. We need 100 amethyst, 75 obsidian, and 80 gold and 65 warforged metal. That is a crazy amount of stuff. But I suppose we can go and do one of our daily challenges right before we hit nightmare. Oh no, I completely forgot what weapon I was using. Wait, what weapon was I using? Okay, it was this thing right here, this thing right here. And I literally just died. Okay, but just like that, he's dead. To get, yeah, of course we get trash. Okay, we're definitely gonna save till we get nightmare. But man, this is our final game of Yokai Peak Insane. And dude, you would not realize how long this has actually taken. Yeah, since the last clip you saw, I had to buy 2 different XP boosts. But man, we are finally nearing the end of Insane. And also, during our off-camera grind, I was very fortunate enough to have been gifted like a full set of nightmare gear, which yeah, I'll be showing you guys a little bit later on. I guess once we go and actually reach nightmare. But yeah, I don't know if it was like a viewer or something, but like, I don't care, bro. Free gear is free gear. So yeah, is it cheating to get some free stuff? Well, I don't know. You could realistically get free stuff in a regular progression. So like, I think it's not cheating. I think it's fair game. Yeah, definitely a huge weak point with this dungeon are the abilities. Like the ability I have for Nightmare called Spinning Blade Smash is pretty bad, and it's the best ability for Warrior. Yeah, to be honest, I would trade any of those abilities for anything from Gilded Skies. Like, Gilded Skies just has way better stuff. Yeah, I'm really hoping with the next dungeon, they give better spells, bro. Mage and Warrior got absolutely sold. And it's kind of disappointing because the highest damage spells aren't actually the spells that you use. So it kind of just limits your potential in run. But we leveled up to level 205 and got Greg. Yo, I guess we got a nice 2-in-1 combo. I suppose we will finish the run for no apparent reason. I don't know why I'm gonna finish it. Just because it is the final round of Insane. And ladies and gentlemen, we can now officially play every single dungeon in every single difficulty. That is an achievement. And yeah, we literally just like, I think we won Psycho Greg. Yeah, just like that. And bro, I just love always getting 2 materials. That is so nice. Yeah, I'm about to get the Champion's Destiny so easy, bro. But I am really excited to use the set that I got, because apparently it's pretty decent. Although to be fair, any like nightmare stuff from Yokai Peak that isn't like a blue or purple collectible is practically worthless. Since Yokai Peak has been around for so long, there is just a high abundance of gear. But bro, seeing the 205 is absolutely crazy. I'm actually questioning how we're gonna be able to do a nightmare. I think we'll be chilling just because of our set, but keep in mind, this is the hardest difficulty of the hardest dungeon. Well, I'm saying hardest very loosely, and that's just because it has the monsters with the most health, and I suppose is the highest level. And yeah, one other thing with this dungeon is it would really just like reintroduce the lined enemy attacks, which were seen in dungeons like Orbital Outpost and King's Castle. Yeah, if you would remember, I mentioned how when we hit Volcanic Chambers, the monster like completely stepped up. I think in this dungeon they definitely stepped down quite a bit and kind of reverted back to how they previously were. Well, that is in terms of difficulty. In terms of AI and just how cool they look, they definitely stepped up. And I really think that the new Dungeon Quest devs are realizing that people like harder stuff, hence why they made the boss raids so difficult. Yeah, tier 5, I wish you the best of luck if you try to solo that, because like bosses like this guy is just like laughably easy. He has cool attacks, but he's just too easy, bro. You have too much time to like really anticipate the attacks. I do really like how this boss is kind of like a checkerboard area, and there's like individual tiles that you have to step onto. However, I wish that feature would have been utilized a little bit more. And for our final round of Insane mode, yeah, we get absolute trash. But man, let's see what we get in our daily reward. Of course, we get absolute trash. What else is new, bro? But yeah, since I already got gifted the set, let's go and equip it. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this set. I don't really like the sword and shield. It definitely doesn't match with the armor. But yeah, this armor does look pretty cool. And yeah, I kind of like how there's like a little face on the shield. That's kind of cool. But yeah, let's go and do our last 2 daily challenges, and hopefully we'll get some good Yokai Peaks gear. Also, one other thing I wanted to talk about, apparently they're releasing like 2 other tiers of boss raids. I don't know if these are like boss raids tiers or what, but the like little icon is of the Easter event from a little bit ago. So maybe they're gonna bring back the Easter boss raid. I really don't know. Yeah, to be honest, it would definitely be cool if they brought that back. Yeah, I think we should just one-shot this guy. Oh yeah, easy. And we got trash. And let's see what we get on our final round of boss raids. Just a lot more trash. Wow, my luck, it's not good today. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go and play Yokai Peak Nightmare for the very first time. And man, this is really it. The final difficulty of the final dungeon. We have really come so far. And testing out our damage, we do... Oh my gosh, we do most of their health. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely winnable. I'm very surprised considering this is the final dungeon. Yeah, that just really just goes to show how easy it is. And also, I literally just died. Okay. But yeah, this spell right here is actually abysmal, dude. It is so bad. To be honest, I'd rather use kunai knives, but unfortunately, I don't have it. Yeah, you have to be very, very, like, careful with how you actually aim this spell. And to be able to hit all of the monsters is literally just a dream, bro. That is not even possible with this dungeon. But Mage actually had the worst end of the stick with this dungeon. Yeah, Mage quite literally had it a lot worse with their spells. Like, none of the spells would actually even hit all of the monsters. And for mages, they had to use spells from Gilded Skies in the new dungeon. Yeah, that is until they actually buffed one of the spells called Chainstorm, and they made it quite a bit better. But for the start of Yokai Peak, being a mage was actually a nightmare. And there was literally nothing you could use besides freaking Gilded Sky stuff. And also, we like nearly 4-shot the boss. That's pretty insane. Man, all of the hard work is truly paying off. But really, that's it. Like, after we craft the Champion's Destiny, we're done. And I'm fairly confident in like the hundreds of Gregs I'm about to do, we will probably get some good Yokai Peak stuff. And yeah, the episode after that will just be reflecting on the journey. And then I probably will do like a full movie just on like the best moments from every single episode combined, or probably just all of them combined. So yeah, it'll be like probably a 10-hour video. So yeah, maybe you guys can like fall asleep to that if you want, or watch it through to the end if you're a dedicated viewer. Yeah, I'm kind of underestimating the range of this spell. It actually does have some reasonably decent range. It definitely exceeds what the visual, I guess, animation shows. Because yeah, it looks puny in the animation. But yeah, one question I've always had with this dungeon is why the frick they sped up the music. Yeah, if anyone in the comments knows the answer to that, please comment it. I promise you I'll read it. Because yeah, I just like genuinely want to know why they sped up the music. I feel like that's the biggest mystery in this entire game. Yeah, to be honest, it sounded a lot better on regular speed. But yeah, we've literally been cruising through Nightmare. Nightmare has just been so easy. Yep, just like that. Now let's see how we do on the final boss, who's the, I guess, hardest boss in this entire dungeon, and the hardest boss out of every single dungeon in the entire game. Well, I guess in terms of health. Yeah, really that flame attack is the only hard thing, but it does such little damage to where it's not even that concerning. If it wasn't for this set, I would actually be screwed. Like, I'm so glad that whoever gave me that set gave it to me. Even as a glass cannon, he's just doing like barely anything to me. But with that, he should be dead. To get, oh my gosh, I got absolute trash again. I didn't even get the cosmetic. I thought you got that from this. Yeah, before I end things off, I just want to kind of clarify what the next few episodes will look like, because I've kind of changed it a bit. So for the next episode you're going to see, it's going to be entirely based on just grinding Yokai Peak and trying to get a way better set, like a Akuma Warrior set. And the episode after that will be based on crafting the Champion's Destiny, with the final episode obviously being just a reflection on how the series has been. So yeah, good things are to come for the end of this series. So man, I really hope you just stick around to the end. But ladies and gentlemen, I have episode 33 on the screen for you guys. And yeah, I already said what it pretty much would be. So for now, I'll see you guys later.